Hey, it's Kat, and today I'm gonna be talking about my top 5 horror movies. So I'm a horror film enthusiast. I like the two types of horror, which is the gore type of horror, the ghost type of horror. And even though it scares me and it releases adrenaline in me, it makes me feel good. And at the same time, seeing my friends get scared in horror movies makes me laugh, which is my kind of humor. And here are my top 5 horror movies. So the first horror movie that I'm gonna be recommending to you is It, which was shown this 2017. It talks about a clown named Pennywise who eats children, and every 27 years these children that's gonna be in the movie try to stop the clown. The good thing about a movie is that it's not just about your typical horror movie with jump scares and all that jazz. It also has its pop culture, and its sound effects or the sound design of the movie isn't only focused on the intense and mysterious sound effects, which is really cool. It also has its comedy, and it talks about bullying and puppy love and all the other things in between. And for that, it made the movie really balanced, which is really rare for horror movies. So I'll be giving it a 4 ghosts out of 5. Next up is this movie, which you might have not really heard of it yet. It's called Coming Soon. I think it's a Thai movie, and this talks about like a movie within a movie. Like this person in a horror movie and all of that. Because of that, the movie is still shown, and now this movie, whenever you watch it, it haunts you. So that's kind of the gist of the movie, which is not your typical horror movie, I guess. And it has a good plot twist in the end, which is really scary for me. Its scenes were really intense, so I prefer watching this with your friends and during sleepovers, unless you can't sleep after watching that movie anymore. And I don't think you would be seeing this movie online, so I recommend you buying that on DVD stores, although I mostly recommend you to buy movies from DVD stores. No to piracy. And with that, another good thing about the movie is that it is a mixture of the gore and the spook. So it is all the both types of horrors, which is probably the worst thing to ever happen in a horror movie. So I'll give it a 5 out of 5 ghost. Next one is the third installment of The Grudge. So not sure if there is an American version of this one, but this is the Grudge 3. You all know the thing that is happening in The Grudge. There's like this girl, and it has long hair, and then like moves around. It has these weird spooky sound effects, and you know when this sound occurs, like when that sound occurs, you know that the girl is already there. So it also talks about another boy, which also hunts you. And what's scary about this is that its setting is in an apartment and you're a new person in there, and that's scary for me. 5th grade me was scared of that, and I had 1 month of insomnia, so I'm pretty sure that can settle everything. So I'm gonna give it another 5 ghosts out of 5. So the 4th movie that I'm gonna be recommending to you is a gore type of horror movie, which is Saw 6. So you basically also know the gist of Saw. There's a killer, and they like try to escape the puzzles, and it has like jigsaw puzzles over here in different parts or areas in your body. You try to escape from it. It's vengeful, and for me, it's that type of horror that I really like. It's that vengeful type of horror. It's a weird plot. It's because it's like, how would people react if they have done something wrong? Like in that type of movie, you would make you realize if the person who's killing you right now is doing it right, or is that person too bad, which is okay for me. I like the type of horror. And the last movie that I'm gonna be recommending is the 2nd installment of Insidious. So Insidious talks about the afterlife and some horror, ghost horrors in between, which is really good for me. I know Insidious is a popular horror movie, and for all of the horror movies that are typical, Insidious is the one that I like the most, and especially Insidious 2. It also turns these innocent things in the movie into like the scary or spooky ones, which for me is the scariest among all types. And I think that's a really effective thing to do when you're shooting a horror movie. So there are my top 5 horror movies. I hope you watch them with your friends, especially if you're scared like me. And good luck. Hi. See you next time. Bye!